The big derby day has arrived, and we are one win away from winning the Sky Bet Championship. Can we do it at Cardiff? Let's go and kick some balls. Hello and welcome back to the Liberty Stadium, Swansea. And if you're a first-time visitor, why not subscribe, like, watch and comment and help the channel to grow and help us to support the very worthwhile cause you can see scrolling up above. If you have been following along, you will know that if we had a very good month of March, then we are going to be very close to winning the Sky Bet Championship very early in the season. And that has happened, and we have coming up the derby away at Cardiff, and if we win against Cardiff, then we will be crowned the Sky Bet Championship title winners. And that's because we now have 96 points from 39 games, and looking at it, it would be mathematically impossible for Sheffield United and West Brom to catch us should we win the game at Cardiff. And so let's have a look at what happened. Last time you were here, you saw us beat Coventry by 2-1. We've then gone on to beat Blackpool by 4-1, and then Peterborough away by 2-1. We then had a 2-2 draw against Birmingham, which could have meant that we had won it before April, but we've come to the derby, and hopefully today is the day when we are going to win the title. But before we do that, we've been looking at who will stay and who will go, and we've did the defenders last time, and we'll have a look at our midfield this time and see who we're likely to be keeping and who will probably go. Matt Grimes, of course, one of our top players this season, he is going to stay. He's had a phenomenal season, and his figures are just amazing. He has 13 goals and 14 assists. He has a 9.2 XG. His shots to completion ratio is 59%, and he has 10 Player of the Match awards. It's just been a phenomenal performance by Matt Grimes this season. He has a pass completion rate of 85%, and I'd like to see that a little bit higher for a key player like him. But he's had 216 key passes over the course of the season. He wins most of his tackles, 84% completed tackles, including one key tackle. He's just been a complete all-round player for us this season, and I have every hope of keeping him, because as you can see, there is actually no transfer interest in him at the moment, and long may that continue, because he's going to be an integral part of the team. And then Oliver Neacham, who's also had a very, very good season. He has a decent all-round attributes. He's not a great player by any stretch of the imagination, but I've no doubt that he will perform for us in the Premier League, and so he will be another one who's likely to stay. His stats are amazing again. He has 6 goals and 6 assists. He has an average rating of 7.11, and he has also been passing very, very well. His pass completion rate is 89% of 54 key passes. Obviously not as much as Grimes, but Grimes has been outstanding. He also has won most of his tackles in midfield, and it's been an absolutely phenomenal performance by him. We can't let him go by any stretch of the imagination. He's an integral part of what we're trying to do at the moment. And then Flynn Downes, I'm not sure about him. He has fairly decent attributes, but I'm not sure if he is Premier Division calibre. But I don't know. I mean, maybe he will do a good job for us as a backup midfield player. His stats are not awesome. His average rating is 6.98. He has no goals. He has 3 assists, though. 53 key passes in a pass completion rate of 89%. Again, that's really good. And again, somebody who wins the majority of his tackles in midfield, and he has 2 key passes this season. Slightly disappointed with his Sky Bet Championship rating, and could have been doing a little better, but I think he's probably going to be staying as we go into the Premier League. And then after that, there's not really much. Jamie Patterson, he already has a transfer arranged. I don't like or don't think that he's going to make it as a Premier League player, so quite happy to let him go. His form has been particularly poor. He's not actually been playing very well. He just has the odd game that is good, followed by several very average games. So we're not too unhappy to let him go. And then Jay Fulton, not sure again. I think maybe he will do a very good job. He's very brave. And he might do a very good job for us, but I'm not sure about him yet. And then Corey Smith, I don't think he's going to be sticking around, and we're going to try and make some save some money in terms of the wage bill in his case. I think he's got to be going out of the door. His contract will expire. But then there's Liam Walsh, and he's a 24-year-old we found lounging around in the under-23s. We promoted him to the first team. He got injured, but he looks like he's a very technical player, very good technical player, and he might develop as a good all-round midfielder, a 3.5-star potential player. We're going to play him as the season sees out and see what kind of ratings, performances he comes up with. So at the moment, we do need to get in a couple of midfielders, I think, during the summer. Let me know what you think in the comments. Is it the correct decision to be letting these players go, or should we be keeping them? We've had a little bit of news on our youth intake, and it is quite good, actually. And we have this guy called Andrew Roden, who looks like he could be a very, very good prospect for us, 5-star potential. I think what we're probably going to do, because he has a bit of pace, is we're going to train him as an advanced forward and see what happens. With his 17 determination, he's fairly determined. Hopefully he will make it as a very decent striker for us. But he's definitely one for the future, not for now. And there were 2 more I looked at. There was Lewis Black, who's a midfielder, and he looks like he could be a decent prospect as a central midfielder. He's very brave, good teamwork. His mentals are not bad for his age. He is just 15 years old, and I think if we train him properly, he could also become a very, very good player and one for the future. And then we have Corey White, who is also, we're going to train as a forward, but we will probably train him as a pressing forward. Great determination, professional personality, and if we can develop him properly, I think that he will turn into a very good player. He has very, very good technique for his age. He's just 16 years old, and we'll be keeping a very close eye on this boy to see what becomes of him. And that's it for the youth intake. There wasn't much else in terms of young prospects, but we'll keep an eye on all of them, and we'll try and develop them as best we can, and hopefully they will develop nicely. I think now it's time to get off to the game at Cardiff, and the team for today is Fisher, Christie, Williams, Zimmerman and Manning at the back, Downs, Meacham and Grimes in midfield. Patterson, Pirro and Delap will play up front. And if we win this game, we will be crowned champions of the Sky Bet Championship. And so let's fire the boys up, let's not be complacent, and let's get out there and win this football match. Make the fans happy, be crowned champions of the Sky Bet Championship in our first season together. And let's go to the Premier League. What an adventure is about to begin. We just need 3 more points. And the game is underway. And if we can get off to a good start here, that will settle my nerves at least. And here is Delap. Delap, he finds Christie. We are looking in control of this game. Reece Williams, he finds Meacham, he finds Zimmerman. Nice passing. Grimes has the ball. He passes inside to Zimmerman, back to Grimes. Grimes is looking for Downs. This is lovely passing. And here is Delap, but he's given the ball away at the last moment. That final killer ball didn't come, as Cardiff looked to come up on the break. Passing it around, but we've intercepted. Reece Williams finds Grimes. Grimes to Delap. Delap, he looks for Grimes again. Grimes involved in everything. And here is Patterson finding Delap. Delap back to Patterson, and Patterson has scored. We are 1-0 up, and it is Jamie Patterson who has put us into the lead. A lovely bit of play by Delap. A great team goal by Swansea. Patterson looked for Delap, but he turned, found Patterson in space, and Patterson just stroked it into the corner from the edge of the box. It is now Cardiff 0, Swansea 1. That will be the 3 points we need. The referee can actually blow the full-time whistle now if he wants. And what a points haul. We have 99 points from 40 games as it stands at the moment. And as it stands at the moment, Sheffield United and West Brom cannot catch us. And we can see that Cardiff have threatened very, very little. They have had most of the possession, but we have had all the chances. I want to try and reduce the tempo a little bit, just to conserve energy and to also try and keep possession a little bit better, because we are not dominating the ball, but we are dominating the shots and shots on target. Our XG is way better than Cardiff at the moment. And in fact, Cardiff, as you can see, have only completed 1 key pass in the game, and 2 now. And probably what we might have to do is look at how we can close down Tommy Doyle a little bit more, just because he's the only one who looks like he's a threat at the moment. It's a very quiet first half. There's not much going on. But we don't mind. We just want to get the 3 points. I don't care how we get it. And 1-0 will be enough for me as we reach half-time. It is Cardiff 0, Swansea 1. And I'm just going to tell them there is room for improvement here, but you're doing very, very well. And I'm thinking now we seriously need to close down Tommy Doyle, as he is the only threat that Cardiff seem to possess. And here comes Christie. Christie, though, he's looking to get it into the box to wrap up the game, but he can't, and it comes out. Here's Reece Williams to Meacham. He finds Downs to Pirro, to Delap. Can Delap put it in? No, he can't. He just puts it straight at the goalkeeper. And yeah, we're going to do something about Doyle. We're going to type mark him now. Take him out of the game if we can. And here come Cardiff. It does worry me that we are only 1-0 up, because FM is a very strange creature, and there's a little bit of give the ball away going on here from both sides. But here come Cardiff, and they're looking to fire it into the box, and I think we have given away a penalty, And maybe today is not the day. Maybe today FM are not going to let us win the championship. But here's Doyle, and he's fired it straight at the goalkeeper, and Fisher has saved the penalty. And that is quite remarkable. Well done, Fisher. I had upset him earlier in the week when I told him he was in great form. He got very angry with me. I don't know why, but he's done the business today. He saved the penalty. It is still Cardiff 0, Swansea 1, but Cardiff have robbed the ball. And there's Rhys Williams on cover duty. He's looking to clear up the ball, but he lets it go to Fisher. Fisher finds Christie. Can we make it 2-0? It would just make my nerves a little better. Here's Patterson. Patterson to Pirro, to Delap. Looks for Patterson again, and he's put Pirro in. Pirro's looking to score, and he's hit the post. And 70 minutes are gone. It is still Cardiff 0, Swansea 1. We cannot seem to get that second goal. Come on, referee, blow the whistle. I think it must be time up now. We just need the whistle to go, and then we will be crowned champions of the Sky Bet Championship. But Cardiff have a corner, and that is so close. And FM are finding this amusing. I think they're playing on my nerves a little bit. We're going to close the game down now. I'm going to take Patterson off, bring in a defensive midfielder, and just close the game down. And just see it out. We're not going to take any risks anymore. We're going to go back to a positive mentality rather than attacking. And the time is running out. It's ticking out. And we are champions of the Sky Bet Championship. And here we are going to get the trophy. Actually, it's the first time I've ever seen this in FM22. I think there is a glitch with it somewhere. But we are champions, and we're waiting for the fireworks, and there I am standing at the side, absolutely proud of the boys. What a remarkable season. It is just April, just into April, and there are still 6 games left, and we have won the Sky Bet Championship just after April has begun. And that is an incredible performance by this squad of players. They've done a remarkable job. Tactically, they've adapted very, very well to a narrow system. And we are now 99 points after 40 games. We cannot be caught, and confirmed as champions of the Sky Bet Championship. And we are Premier League bound. And yep, there it is, all the greetings you get from the board and from the press, and everybody's delighted. David Hughes is very delighted. Pound, one of the top Welsh managers. I've only been in the game a year, and Swansea board are happy. Everybody's happy. Fisher, the goalkeeper, had a great performance. Let's just tell him how marvellous he was. He's quite happy to take some praise that time. Good news that Crystal Palace have dismissed any idea that they are after Neacham, although never say never in this game. And if we look at the schedule, it's a sea of green. It's absolutely wonderful. We have 6 games left. I'm going to see it through to the end of the season now. Come back probably with a highlights package, just to let you know what happened, and then do an end of season review. And look forward to the transfer window, I guess. We've nothing to lose now, and we're going to try some fringe players out, give them some game time, and we'll see you at the end of the season for the end of season review. And if you are new to the channel, subscribe, like, watch, comment, help the channel to grow, and help us to support the really worthwhile cause you can see scrolling above. And that's it for this video. We are champions, and we are proud here in Swansea in South Wales to be going back to the Premier League at last. All that remains to be said now. See you next time.